Hello, we are here with.
Melanie, known by many aliases, but
Well, tell us your favorite alias so people can really be like, oh my god, that's you!
well, my current one is Moonraker, DJing techno.
Okay.
Um, so that's my current one. A lot of people know me for Glass Orange, so that's another one. And I think those are like the two main ones.
That's so cool. I really want to highlight that you have many hats. And
Yeah,
I kind of got to meet you through like the Lucky 12 people scene. So it was really interesting because they really brought down the vintage clothing scene down to Homestead.
yeah.
And shout out to Lucky 12.
Shout out Lucky 12.
They still going strong. I believe in you guys. So let's go on this like the scene, right?
Yeah,
What is your scenes in Miami? What do you see? I know that's a big
right.
question. You can take it little by little.
Yeah. So I'm part of a lot of like the DIY scene through my boyfriend's band Dime. Shout out Dime. Um, and so I see a lot of like just like the up and coming like band life, like a bunch of random like touring bands and just that DIY scene, like finding whatever place that you can afford. If not, you know, if you maybe you can't afford it, but it's free and watching them like build this whole culture around like each other
Yeah.
and this like huge community where it isn't really set in a place like
Right.
when I first started entering the scene. We had I'm sorry, not Grams. We had Churchill's. We had
Oh yeah, I
Yep.
remember.
We had Churchill's. We had Las Rosas, and I
Oh
feel
my god,
like
Rip, hold on.
yeah,
We got a minute of silence for Las
I
Rosas.
know. I will
Whew.
say that was a hard one. That was a tough one for me to lose. I was there like all the time. Um, but yeah, so I feel like the scenes were very centralized in those places. And now that we don't have those places, it's really interesting to see like how DIY bands are still putting on shows. Um, and then I'm also part of now like the DJing scene, which
Ooh.
that's been like a whole other like animal to learn because I've been so used to being in bands and like knowing who to talk to and like knowing how the whole thing works. And now DJing, it's like a whole other thing. It's a whole other night culture. Clubbing is a whole other thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm kind of like around that photography, you know, the film photography scene, if that's even like a real
Yeah, it
thing,
is
a real
big.
phrase. But like going on photo walks and taking photos and meeting people and doing all that kind of stuff is super fun. It's nice to
Yeah.
have like different little communities where I've met so many like interesting people.
I agree 100%. So I don't know if you know about my podcast, so I'll give you some
Yeah.
context. My podcast, you guys can go. Don't
Right.
worry, don't worry, you're good. My podcast basically touches on the underground scene of Miami, not the bougie influencer
Yeah.
lifestyle. We're talking about let's get to the locals.
Yeah.
How can we as locals make it? And we have a million side hustles.
Yeah.
So sigan, no hay problema.
No, está bien,
sigan,
está
sigan.
bien.
So with that being in mind, I really like how you touched up on not only just the DIY bands that have pop-ups. What
Yeah.
I've noticed, pop-ups are really prevalent
Yeah.
within the scene. But it's kind of like if you know, you know.
For real.
That's what I've learned.
Yeah.
So like if you're out of the loop, you're not on Instagram or TikTok,
Yeah.
you are out of the loop. And I'll give you. I know it's getting loud. By the way,
Okay.
we're at Douglas Station, the bridge. So back to the whole point in the scene, right? So within all of those communities, you kind of have to, what you said, build real connections that go outside of the mainstream, right?
Yeah.
Would we say that it's outside of the
Yeah,
mainstream?
I would agree.
Yeah, I get it.
I mean, a lot of it
Go
is
ahead.
like, you're good. You're good.
You're good. You're good.
A lot of is like the only growth you're gonna see is if you go out and like physically like
Right.
talk to people and meet people and stand in the pit.
Go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
you're good. You're good. No,
You're good. No worries. We're in your way.
It's like going out.
That is true. Logistically, I didn't think of
Yeah, I
that.
didn't think of that either.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was a good point. Where was I? Okay. So you have
Yes.
to like physically go and like meet
Yes.
people and like stand next to each other in the pit and sing your favorite local band songs and like that's how
Yes.
you build friendships. And I would say a lot of the friendships that I have now are built through going to my boyfriend's shows, or like, oh hey, there's a new local band, like we should go check it out, or hey,
Right.
this touring band is super cool, we should go see them. And all of that is like based on these small little communities of people, like all the DIY, all the pop-ups, all of that.
Yeah, I really love how you said DIY because it could really be anything. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It could range from like grunge, right? It could range from like rock,
Yeah.
screamo, and typically, at least this is my observation from my research, a lot of the alternative scene started in Fort Lauderdale. Like the history behind it. Am I wrong? Like, what do you think?
I have no idea.
Yeah, because
I'm
like
gonna be so honest.
No, that's okay. It's like, huh? And then when you go
Yeah.
drive up to Fort Lauderdale, there's this place called Poorhouse,
Yes.
and that place brings in all those DIY bands that can range in many different genres.
Yeah.
And I always forget to put on my earplugs, so it really hurts my
Yeah.
ears.
Please put on your earplugs.
Facts.
I have mine on my bag all the time,
And I
have
forget
extra
that.
pairs in other purses, so if I switch them, I always have.
Yeah, I know, and
Attach
I
them to your
don't have.
keys. Like you always have your keys attached to your wallet. Very important to protect your hearing.
I get that 100%.
Especially in these like small venues where
Woo,
it's
that volume, girl. It will pop your ears.
it'll hurt. It'll hurt. And you know, rock bands like to be loud. And I'm not saying that as a negative.
Oh
but,
no, we appreciate.
We like them to be loud.
Their art style,
Exactly.
essentially. Yeah.
And so, very, very, very important to make sure to protect your hearing, please, and thank you.
Very important.
I know a lot of DIY bands nowadays on their merch table they'll have like earplugs.
Wait, they do? Man,
Yeah.
I'm so out of the loop.
Like some.
Okay.
They'll have just like the, you know, like the Walgreens, you know, those jars.
And just
like,
take as you go.
Yeah, like I know Palomino has had them. Palomino Blonde.
Okay.
I think Creature Cage has also had them.
Okay.
Maybe I'm talking out of my ass right now, but yeah.
No. That's hilarious.
But I know for sure that there have been bands that like they'll keep earplugs specifically to be like, please protect your hearing. Yeah. It's so important to keep it.
So important.
That's one of the few things that does not heal. It does not come back.
I work within that field without giving it away, you know.
Yeah.
And how important are hearing aids, and it's like having glasses.
Yeah. So definitely protect your hearing.
Gotta protect your ears.
Not sponsored, but Loop earplugs have been the best thing. One of my friends recommended them to me like a couple years ago.
Okay.
They're the best. They don't even look like earplugs. They look like you have a little piercing in your ear.
Oh, like the ones you just pluck out, and then you just easy to put on and take off.
Super easy.
I've seen those. Yeah.
They come with a little case. You can clip them on anything.
And you can have it apart. I know that the youth, as they call them, they have the little charms on their bag.
Exactly, and that's how I have it.
And then you're just ready to go, because you never know. And that's the thing about these DIY bands. They throw shows literally any day of the week. So you kind of have to be ready for that vibe. Yeah. So this really brings up that.
Yeah, exactly. Like we Dime played a show on Sunday. So, you know, random Sunday evening.
And wasn't it Easter?
It was Easter.
I mean, you gotta do something, right? You gotta it's a vibe.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Nice.
Honestly, one of like the big DIY like show host Equinox.
Oh.
Very cool if you like hardcore or like alt rock.
Okay.
Shout out to Equinox. They honestly are doing it right. They get some of the coolest bands. And the head of Equinox, he really puts his like time into it. He's also part of a couple DIY projects.
Okay.
And he's just like, you could tell his heart is in the right place when he's putting them together, and that's why I love like going to his events and supporting him. And and honestly supporting the bands that are on the bills, because you know that these bands are going to be good.
Yeah.
Equinox does not play.
I got it.
But yeah.
That's so cool. I love your point of view. You also touched upon the photography scene.
Yeah.
Like I want to get into it, not because of the money, more of like to perfect the craft of it.
Right.
One of the biggest goals I have for myself, at least, is to work on low light.
Okay.
what would you recommend to someone? Because I was like, oh, maybe I'll go to Miami-Dade College and take a class, but I'm like, dang, that's gonna be like 1,000 something
Yeah.
something, you know. And
Honestly,
what do you recommend in the scene?
that's the fun thing about photography is that you don't really need to go to classes. Like
Oh, okay,
classes are nice to know like the classical stuff.
okay,
Which I feel like everybody will say that with music, with photography, with
yeah,
painting, you know. For the most part, as long as your heart is in the right place, you want to experiment. If you have a camera, just go for it.
just do it.
Yeah, just do it. Nike slogan. Again, not sponsored. Uh,
That just came to my mind. I was like, wait, what?
Again, not sponsored. But yeah, so I would say so HGAB. I don't know if you've ever heard of HGAB.
Okay, okay,
They're a photography studio in downtown,
okay,
like right on. I think right on North Miami Avenue.
okay,
And they do open sessions
okay. That's
in their
cool.
studio. And I think right now it's like $10-15 buy a ticket.
Okay, okay, okay.
And a bunch of photographers will go. A bunch of people that want to model for those photographers will go. And like you get to meet other photographers. Hey, like I see you using this really cool gadget. Like, what is that? Can I try it out?
There you go.
Oh hey, like I saw that thing that you did. Like, how did you do that? And you just like learn from your peers, pretty much.
Okay.
And a lot of the time, the models are still learning. So you're learning with the models, like, oh, hey, try this. Oh, hey, are you comfortable doing this? You know, and you
Got
start
it.
learning how to talk to other people that you may
Right.
not even know. Because that's the big thing about photography is that 95 or 99% of the time, you're not going to know who your client is before you get to that gig. And it's honestly a great time. There's a lot of repeat people. So then you start like becoming friends, start
Right.
chatting. Um, and it's honestly a great time. HGAB is a great um, place that's building that community.
That's beautiful. Because not only is it just like you are going to be part of the community, but you're also contributing to the community.
Exactly.
And I think that's what fuels it and it makes it more authentic than just like, okay, oh, I have this nice camera, I have these followers, pay me X amount of money.
Right.
Because I really just love photography.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to get into it. I do better with video. That's why I'm like, I prop my iPhone there and I'm fine.
Right.
I take out the big DSLR to do a video,
Yeah.
I am shitting bricks. So,
and that's another thing. It's like just learning how to use the hardware
yes,
is important. And again, you don't really need a class for that. You know,
yes.
go on YouTube, watch a walkthrough of how to use a Canon or whatever camera model you have.
That's a good point. Didn't think of that.
Yeah, so they have like really great videos. Sometimes they're like 15 minutes, and they'll go through all the basics that you need to know about your camera. And from there, you could just go, you know,
do it.
And again, there's a lot of resources out there. A lot of places that are really trying to like help up and coming artists. Again, HGAB, Equinox as a DIY.
Shout out, and shout out.
But yeah, those are like the two main things I think is you don't really need to go to a place per se that's like specifically teaching you.
Right.
There's a bunch of different like community events and community spaces where there will be people that will be willing to answer your questions because that's just the vibe, you know.
And they want to teach it to you,
Exactly.
and I think that's the biggest thing. As I'm a learner at heart, I love to learn. Another thing, this is random. This is super random. I want to learn ASL.
Okay.
Do you know anybody that teaches ASL?
I don't know a single person.
Well, if you find out, DM me
or
you guys comment in the comments because, like, yes, I could do YouTube University.
Yeah. See, that's the few things that I think you need an actual class for.
Right. So, or a tutor, so I could just
yeah.
go over the basics. Because
Yeah.
I feel like there's no Duolingo and no sponsor.
Yeah.
to sign language. And I feel like I just need that one-to-one to like really understand.
Yeah.
Because ASL is so important. And I feel so like, man, bad when I go to the different events. And
Yeah.
you know, that's why captioning is such a big on TikTok
Yeah.
and Instagram. Because
It's
it opens
huge,
up to the audience who really needs that.
It's
you know?
accessible.
What other ideas do you have for the future of the, could we say, the underground scene of Miami?
Sure.
Yeah, what's your hot takes?
So right now I noticed that there's like a gap down here for techno specifically. The few techno related events aren't hosted by the best people. For those who know, I'm not going to shout it out here. But I want to try to create that community of techno. So I'm actually launching a techno community called Moonstruck, where we're going to be
Nice.
hosting techno parties.
Okay.
Our first event's coming up.
Oh my
We
god.
haven't announced it yet. I'm going to try to get like more techno down here because I feel like
Okay.
right now it's, and I'm not saying any of this is bad, but right now it's a lot of like reggaeton, a lot of like Latin core, a lot of
Okay.
like house, a lot of like all of these other things that
I
aren't
know.
techno. And I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of really cool like techno DJs down here that don't
Yes.
really get a lot of spaces to be able to be a techno DJ outside of DIY. And so I want to try to make a collective of parties and stuff for
Ooh.
techno.
Okay.
It's a tall order, but we're gonna do it. It's gonna be fun.
Nice.
I think it'll be really sick.
Now I have a question for you. Do you have a set venue?
We do have a venue already.
You don't have to tell me. I know it's tentative.
Yeah,
You're
it's-
organizing it.
yeah.
I know the logistics part of it. Don't worry. Just to
Everything's
have an
pretty
idea.
much set. We do have the venue. It
Good.
isn't a DIY a DIY space per se.
Okay, cool, cool.
But it's a really cool spot that I'm really excited for.
Ooh.
And yeah, it's gonna be fun. We already have the lineup. I'm gonna be one of the DJs.
Okay, shout out to you.
Shout out to me. It's one less DJ I gotta pay. In DIY, that's like the first thing to worry
And
about.
listen, everybody's hustling, so
Yeah.
I get it.
Like the first thing I want to do is pay out everybody else, and then whatever is left is like
profit.
put it back to Moonstruck.
There you go. So you can keep fueling the
Exactly.
events. That's the idea, the vision.
Exactly.
Sorry to interrupt. It's just you are so inspiring that I'm like, hold on. Like I have so many ideas here. Like, what else do we talk about?
You're
Because
good.
there's so much. I feel so inspired. So wait, I want to tell you something interesting because
Sure.
now it's becoming more of a conversation.
Yeah,
I'm so
yeah.
interested, and people love that. Like conversations are fun.
Yeah.
So interestingly enough, one of my really close friends, he's a techno DJ.
Okay.
From like
Yeah.
2011.
Okay.
I'm old. I'm 30. So just for context.
I'm 29.
Okay.
We're not-
We're nice.
old. You're not old.
Okay, so then you're not. I take that back. Then we're contemporary.
We're
How about that?
contemporary.
So literally, his name is Gio. He's been in the scene. He was at Revolution Radio. He's
Period.
had spaces at Club Space.
Period.
He's had spaces at Treehouse. You name it.
Yeah.
But guess what happened? He just wanted to retire out, and I'm like,
Period.
sir, why are you retiring now? You're a techno DJ. You could do it. He's like, no, bro. I think I'm done.
Yeah.
I think I'm done. And that's not it. Because he's so talented.
Yeah.
He goes beyond techno. He can do other genres and does corporate. So
Okay,
as a side
yeah.
hustle, by the way, this is important for you.
Yeah.
As other side hustles,
Corporate.
because we all side hustle.
Yeah.
He has CDJs that he
Yeah.
rents out and sets up for you.
Yeah.
So you don't have to do that manual labor.
Yeah.
Logistics.
Yeah.
So if you ever need somebody, shout out to Gio. I'm
Shout
trying
out.
to rebrand him.
Okay.
So I'm
Okay.
also, as you brought up yours, I want to bring up my new venture
Right.
in South Miami. It's called Babo y Pulse.
Okay, yes, I did see it. Yeah. That's actually, I saw the name and I was like, wait.
It's
On
hilarious.
fire.
It's the same concept of having the the coffee and the beats,
Yeah.
but it's matcha and the beats. In the morning, South Miami. I have 2 tentative venues, super
Okay.
tentative. If you know a vendor that you trust with all your heart that does matcha, hit me up.
Gotcha.
Free vending fee, no vending fee.
Okay.
So you hit me up.
I might know a couple people.
Yeah, and then you DM me, and this is good because we promote each other, and
Yeah,
that's like
yeah.
the whole point, and that's
Exactly.
the DIY scene.
Exactly.
Not only just do you know, but it's also who can I connect you to
Yeah.
that you can be successful, I can be successful, and we can all branch out in our
Exactly.
ways.
And that's the whole thing about DIY.
Yes.
Is that everybody is in the same spot. Like we're all trying to figure it out at
Yeah,
the same time.
I get it.
And the only way to do that is together.
Together. Not only that, I also want to highlight if you ever need DJs, I'm actually connecting with a ton of DJs right now. They're all in my
Got
DMs.
you.
I can give you some DJs
Got
and I
you.
can genre specific, but I'm actually opening it up to other genres and even open decks. So you
Okay.
can copy my idea. I really don't care.
No.
Because at the end of the day, we need to be
right.
inspired by each other. So that's how you can also be successful. Because
Right.
my hottest take is that gatekeeping doesn't work.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna get canceled
I
for that one.
no. I mean, I agree though, because like you gatekeep and like we joke around a lot. We're like, oh, you can't order the sandwich. The place burned down. Like, sorry, like. But I mean, gatekeeping at the end of the day, like no matter what resources you have or what tools you use, that other person won't use it the same way. And I feel like people are so worried to have their swag stolen that they're not willing to help other people.
Right.
And again, everybody has a different perspective, everybody has a
Yes.
different creative flow. You can use the same tools as like 12 other people. I'm sure you found those tools from someone that you look up to, and you're not using it the same way.
There you go.
So don't gatekeep.
Don't
Help.
gatekeep it. I think we need to just contribute to each other, uplift each other, and that in a way opens the accessibility. One of my
Right.
biggest life goals is to open a nonprofit,
Right.
like close to the Lucky 12. Shout out to them again.
Yeah, again.
But this a nonprofit would have clothing swaps.
Yeah.
It would have a food pantry.
Nice.
It would have, like some sort of like the sobriety scene to help out people,
right.
like a community center that's free and it's run by grants.
Right.
If I could do that, if there's anybody with money out there that wants to give me the money,
Now we're
and I
looking
can
for
do it.
sponsors.
Now we're looking, but that's, you see, it goes to a good cause,
Yeah.
and it's also in South Dade, which is an area of need.
Yeah, I agree.
Logistically speaking, of like just people that genuinely don't have access to the arts. I mean, yes, the Homestead Community Centers has some little things, but if you don't know how to work the library system, because when I went to public school, no offense to public school, but they didn't teach me a lot of like the nooks and crannies of the library system. Did you
Right.
know that you could get like free entry to the museums in certain days?
I didn't know about the PAM, actually.
PAM,
that was the
yes.
one, the only one.
But guess what? Other museums, guess what? Biscaya has a nighttime free entry.
Interesting.
You
I
just
didn't know
gotta,
that.
you gotta know if you know. It's
Yeah.
back to the if you know, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what my page is all about, is like not only just educating people about different communities, business owners, entrepreneurs, etc.,
Yeah.
but also like the accessibility and the knowledge. I also want to do an episode about using the transit system,
That's
because
super important.
so crucial.
Yeah, nobody teaches you that.
And guess what? We're gonna have an update in the transit system. The rapid bus is gonna go from Florida City to Dadeland in 30
Wow.
minutes. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but they're gonna do it.
Me looking at the traffic right now.
We're on US 1.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do that, but I mean they do.
Now that one might be a little. I'm keeping that one because that's real Miami.
And I think it was a Camry too, which is true Miami.
Which sounds about right. Those niche communities, the car influencing scene is a thing.
It's huge. Cars and coffee. There's like plenty of community events for cars too. Again,
niche communities. You never know if you don't branch out and just go and dive in.
Yeah.
You just gotta Anthony Bourdain this.
Yeah. And sometimes like you have to sometimes I'll browse Eventbrite.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of DIY events, not just music, but there's a lot of just DIY events that do a lot of their ticket sales on Eventbrite.
Agreed.
And put your interests or what you're looking for, put your area, and just scroll. See what's available that day or that week. Or it's honestly one of the best things. I've found a lot of cool things through that.
Yeah.
But yeah, or there's things like Dice.
No worries, you're good.
You're good. There's things like Dice. There's things like Shotgun.
Yeah, Pulse. I want to say. There's a million new ones.
That was a new one for me. Oh, RA or
there you
Resident
go.
Advisory. There's a lot of ticketing apps out there.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I think Resident Advisory, Dice, and what was the other one I said? Shotgun. I think they're primarily music.
Okay.
But Eventbrite has everything.
Eventbrite has everything. Now, we talked about the scene. We talked about you. Do you have any other messages of encouragement, empowering other communities? What do you want to share? This is your spotlight. What do you want to tell the people?
I guess one of the hardest lessons that I'm still learning.
Yes.
Is just do it. Like we said earlier, Nike.
Without Nike,
just do it, no sponsor.
But just do it, I guess.
Because there's a lot of things that are going to be scary, And I know like playing an event or hosting an event isn't the scariest thing in the world, but it is scary. And uh, a lot of the time you can let your mind talk you out of doing certain things that you think are going to be fun, because it's scary. Like, oh, there's a lot of what ifs. Like, what if no one shows up?
It's a big
Um,
one.
what if I mess up? What if this doesn't go right? What if I have to cancel? What if I have to do this?
Mm-hmm.
And if you let yourself live in a lot of those what ifs, you're never going to get anywhere that
Got
you
it.
want to be. So just do it.
Just do it.
Don't think about it too hard. Plan it, but don't think about it too hard.
I got it.
And just have fun.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. I think sometimes we kind of even stop ourselves from following our dreams.
Yeah.
You know, because I have a day job. The people watching me, you're watching me, but at the end of the day, I've always had that dream in me to just pursue it. Do video creation has been so fun. I was inspired by the 2010s YouTubers, as cringe
Same.
as that sounds.
Same.
And they just did it then before
Yeah.
it became a thing.
They were doing it before there was even like a YouTube creator program. Like they weren't getting paid for it. They were just putting it up online because they thought it was fun.
Boom, boom, boom.
And then they suddenly were getting paid for it, and they were like, "Wait, that's a thing? Wait, hold on."
And I just like the style. I might even make this a non-edit. I've done those YouTube videos, and they do really well they're just non-edits, and you just live the experience. I mean, the traffic is all stuck over there. You see the city over there.
Yeah.
We're having a great time, and I just want to. If you don't have anything else to say, I want to
good.
get to the concluding remarks.
Sure.
Edit it, or maybe not edit it. We'll see. I want to thank you so much for your time. Your time is so valuable, and thank you for coming out and meeting me here. And yeah, do you have any last shout outs that you really just go for it? Doon.
No, I mean, thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
I mean, shout out to the people I've been shouting out, Equinox Booking, Dime, other DIY party scenes like Perreo del Futuro, hosted by Sarah.
Oh, wait, Perreo del Futuro? Yes, I actually interviewed them.
Yeah. Shout out to them. Shout out to like everyone that's just trying to put things out there.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that everything goes really amazing in your event. I want you to know that it's going to go super amazing. Tag me on my Instagram, Pow's Pics, and I'm going to share it on my story because people just really need to go and support. More or less, I don't want to give it away the details, but to give the people an idea, what part of Miami are you hosting it? So people could be like, okay, traffic, logistics, where?
Right. It's going to be in the Wynwood area.
Oh, fancy.
I know.
Okay, you got
also
the connects.
Really bad with traffic and parking, so I'm sorry.
Sorry in advance.
So fun. Okay, it'll be great. We're gonna have 3 DJs, myself included.
I'm excited.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be like techno, hard groove, hard style techno. It's gonna be really fun. Really high BPMs, hopefully, and
nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be really sick, and I'm really excited.
Tentatively, do you have a date, or can you share that, or not yet?
I'm gonna wait till I post it.
Wait until you post it, as you should. Never know. The consistency is also a thing. So
yes.
Thank you again, and scene.